Well, good afternoon, my YouTube friends. I just thought I'd bring you into the garden and show you the devastation, this intense heat we're having, and how it's shrivelling all the leaves up. And we're trying to throw as much water on the garden as we can. At the moment it's given here about 30 degrees, and everything, and I mean everything, is absolutely suffering because look, you can hear under my feet all these shrubs are closing down. It doesn't matter how much we try and throw on them. That acuba there, look how it's burnt the leaves. This is south facing, so this gets all the heat, and it is absolutely devastating everywhere. Look at that. In fact, I don't think I should be able to show you the gardens over the road. They've got grass, and the grass is just non-existent now. It's just big brown patches, and we've tried our best to keep everything as hydrated as we can, but when it's significant heat like we've had here for weeks and weeks, you're just fighting a losing battle. I mean, the roses, they're fine. We're on the second flush, but this was one that we've nearly lost, the Acer. Can you see those red ones? Those have closed down. We've managed to save the shrub from completely closing down. She's still got some green underneath, but look at this. Absolutely everywhere is screaming out for water. We've got these New Zealand flax, and this variegated kind here we've been able to leave out here, but the green variety we've had to move around the side. Keith inside, out of the sun. This is that new beautiful cornus shrub that we've recently acquired, and we have to keep that hydrated all the time. It's this is one that's been in a pot, and look at this. Even this one, a well-established one's feeling the heat. This standard rose here, I'm just going to step back on the garden. This is on its second flush, and this has been the best it's really been in years. Some of these blooms are absolutely beautiful. But if we take you down into the garden and bring you around here, where I'm stood here now, these leaves here, the rest of this plant, shrub, has just died back. That's a prunus. Now whether or not that'll be savable, I have no idea. And this is a lovely azalea. Look at that. So it's not just us that are feeling this intense heat. And that shrub there, that goes bronze in the winter. That's beautiful. And look how that's closing down as well. This is that this big prunus here. We keep throwing buckets and buckets of grey water on that. Look at this, the aqualegias. Everything. You can hear underfoot. The daylilies, of course, they're enjoying this, but and these calendulas, or calendulas, whatever you want to call them, they're doing well, and of course the geraniums. But otherwise, I take you around the corner now. The hypericum, which should be a mass of yellow, that's completely now closing in. Look Look at these. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So we're going to the arch now. Oh, out of that heat, that's gorgeous. These are the other two New Zealand flax, and Keith brought them and we've put them under this shade here because they were getting their leaves burnt. Look at that. And there's the other hypericum. That should be a massive yellow. And look at the colour. And this is the other variegated. And you see the leaves? Everything, and I mean everything. And in fact, you won't see it from me, but there's that beech tree there, and there's that beech tree there, and they are shutting down. The leaves have all turned in. There's still some green on that one, but the top's completely scorched. That's the rhododendron there we keep throwing water on. If I reach over here, you see, look at that. Oh, I tell you, it's a real struggle at the moment. And if I just back round here now, and then we get a little bit of breeze. Oh, and it's absolutely wonderful, a little bit of breeze. And the only things we've kept going are the hanging baskets and the tubs. And the only reason these are keeping going is because every day, and I mean every day without fail, they're having a watering can full each of water. The auriculas, even they're feeling the heat. So, look at the size. Oh no, what's that? Oh goodness gracious. What's that? Now if I disturb that, well I will do in a minute because I'm going to get some bug spray on it, but that's got something inside that and I don't want to disturb that and find it's a spider. I would never harm a spider. What's that? I think that's some kind of caterpillar. I would never harm the spider, but if those are spider's eggs, well, they're coming out. We're having to, even these little heads have got to come off. Look at this. Here's another basket. And at times, even these, let me just have a look at that. I think that seems to be alright. And here, we just put these calendula seeds in here, but I've been stripping some of these back this morning because they're getting powdery mildew on them. And but the hanging baskets have been absolutely lovely. And this is down here with the lavender. Oh, can you hear the screams and shouts? England must have scored another goal. Goodness gracious. The close down there has erupted. And that means everybody will be having drinks and getting merry. I don't follow, well, neither me or Keith follow football. Now, I should have cut some of these single ones off, and I do come out and cut them off. I can't always remember. And but look at that. They've been lovely. And this is one of the other hanging baskets. And likewise, the colours have been vibrant, but because of this intense heat, we're now going to have to start. These I've got, slow release fertiliser in them, but we're going to have to start feeding them again now. Let's take some of those heads off and deadhead them. And these will be watered again tonight. And again up here. See? Oh dear. I don't know whether it's penalties, but I don't know if you can hear that noise. But when I'm stood here in the garden, you want to hear the noise from these followers of football. Oh, even the children are running up and down. Such excitement. And there we go. So I don't know how long we're going to have these lovely blooms for, I'm sure. And these are the next year's wallflowers. They seem to have fared well. Keith had to pull these nasturtiums out of here because they were devastated with cabbage whites. And let's just give you a quick look at, you'll see everything. It was vibrant at one time, but now it's really struggling. I don't know, because I think I'll be in the sun now. But you can hear, can't you? You can hear those dead leaves up there. And you can see the shrubs here. There. These little pansy and viola seeds have done. They seem to be fine. They've just started to flower. I've got 3 more trays, but I can't tell you, it's so hot that I daren't even attempt to transplant them out yet. So some of the nasturtiums are flowering. I mean, the petunias have been wonderful. We don't normally get summers like this, and so the petunias have actually flowered the little hearts out. And I've already picked a load off of these this morning. But so if I go around here now, oh dear. I'll just quickly go around. That's just dead leaf. Everything seems to be alright there. Even the everlasting sweet peas, they're seeding already. And there's another little tray of petunias and different little cottage plants that we've put in. And these have been watered, but look how dry they are again. Oh dear, what can you do? You can see, even with these, they're struggling. So if I take you around the corner, and believe it or not, even some of these in pots have actually got sunburnt. So I'm quickly walking around now. I do apologise for the noise underneath. There I see. Look at this. And these have been watered. Thank goodness the sun's just gone in. I mean, we've got dahlias out now. They're out, and we've on the set. You know, we've had that one flower and that one flower, and these are autumn. It's August, September, October, and they're flowering now. Again, we come out and we deadhead and do what we do to keep these garden flowers going as long as possible. There we are, that's a little white head that has to be thrown out. These are like little, I don't know what these are called, but they're like little tiny petunias. They're lovely. And the only thing is, when you come to deadhead them, they all stick to your fingers. Look. Some beautiful colours this year on the petunias. And so all these containers, they're lovely. This is another dahlia that's opened up. This is from the National Collection, so we didn't know what they were. They were just randomly picked for us. and that's opened up now. There's another opening up, and I mean the daylilies, they've been lovely. We don't sit out here in the afternoon because I don't bring the camera up because of the intensity of that sun, but this is west, and a west aspect, and it is extremely hot here. And look at this, you see, these are the astilbes. So we're desperate, absolutely desperate for rain. Never ever wanted so much rain, but we certainly do. There's another one of the roses. They've fared really nice this year, but and unfortunately, if there's any frogs in there, there's none alive, because that water, there's lots of midges there that I hope they don't get to the adult stage and fly out. And there are still things still to open, but if I take you here, look at this for dahlias. See? See, they don't last long. I have to get the scissors and cut them. Oh dear. I'm not going to be able to break that one free. But and now we're in July, and these, again, these are autumn flowering. And look, they're flowering already. I think this variety is called Lucifer. These are wallflowers, and they're Sweet Williams. They're kept out of the sun, and the cymbidiums here, and we've got the other cymbidium there. And then we're back round this way. What was once a garden full of colour, unfortunately, is not at the moment. It's really struggling. But never mind. We don't have summers like this very often, and we shouldn't complain. So from me to you, thank you for joining me. Take care and enjoy your gardens. Bye bye now.